Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'm Sign1News anchor Jaydeep Gore. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Philadelphia residents are still in shock after city officials say 40-year-old Kim Brady Carricker went on a, quote, deliberate killing spree Monday, killing 5 people. Now city officials are taking legal action against 2 ghost gun suppliers. Ghost guns are weapons that are manufactured privately and untraceable. Buyers of these weapons are often those who can't legally buy a firearm, such as minors or felons. The lawsuit is against Polymer 80 Incorporated and JSD Supply Incorporated, which authorities say are major ghost gun suppliers. Officials say both of the guns found with Carricker were ghost guns. According to data from the Gun Violence Archive, there have been at least 359 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year. Sign1News viewer at Cherokee Native 8354 posted, "Gun violence is getting worse. The White House is doing nothing to change gun laws. They are more worried about Hunter Biden and other things, but not focusing on gun laws. They need to change the legal age to 35 years old and increase the waiting period to get a gun license to 5 years, so authorities can investigate a person's mental health and other things." Thank you, Cherokee Native, for sharing your thoughts. A 50-year-old murder mystery has finally been solved. In 1975, a woman's body was found in the Nation River in Canada. According to a nonprofit that works to identify unidentified bodies, the woman had been bound and strangled with a television cable. For years, no one knew who she was. She became known as the Nation River Lady. But now, Canadian police know who she is. She is Jewel Lala Langford. Her family in Tennessee said she traveled to Montreal in 1975 but never returned home. In late 2019, a new DNA profile helped identify Langford, and also a suspect in her death. Officials arrested 81-year-old Rodney Nichols, who was living in Hollywood, Florida, and charged him with Langford's murder. Langford's body was finally sent back to the United States so her family could give her a proper burial. The hottest day on record was recorded by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration earlier this week, and scientists believe it could have been the hottest day on Earth in 125,000 years. The report says the average global air temperature 2 meters above the surface was 62.6 degrees. That beats the previous record of 62.4 degrees reached both last July and in August of 2016. The low 60s may not sound very hot, especially with millions of people around the world suffering in above 100-degree temperatures. Here's why scientists are concerned. The new record temperature is almost a full degree above the average temperature between 1979 and 2000. And meteorologists say that indicates the Earth's climate is heating up faster than anticipated. Twitter now has a new online competition. Meta, the parent company of Facebook, has launched a new app called Threads. The app is similar to Twitter in that it offers real-time conversations online. But Threads could be the biggest threat to Twitter. It received 10 million signups within hours of its launch. And Twitter users have been very frustrated lately by a recent outage over the weekend and the announcement that the platform has set up temporary limits on how many tweets users are able to read per day. Are you thinking about traveling abroad later this year? Well, you might want to apply for your passport now. Right now, the estimated processing time for a new passport is 10 to 13 weeks. You can speed up the process to 7 to 9 weeks by paying $60 for an expedited process. The State Department says there is a surge on passport demands and is working to process applications faster. But officials don't expect things to slow down until the end of the year. The State Department receives 500,000 applications a week for passports. An online renewal system for millions of current passport holders is expected to launch by the end of the year. An Iowa man named Nick Miller recently won the jackpot in more ways than one. He asked his girlfriend to marry him, and she said yes. Then the next morning, he stopped at a convenience store for coffee and breakfast. On a whim, he decided to buy a $30 Insta-Win lotto ticket. He went back to his truck and scanned the ticket on the Iowa Lottery's mobile app and found out he won $390,000. He says it's a good way to start his engagement. Miller says that in addition to the wedding, he and his fiancée have a house to fix up. Wow, how lucky is that? Now let's take a look at a few more Sign1News viewer comments about stories that posted this week. Ketchup maker Kraft Heinz Solve the debate on whether ketchup should be eaten warm or cold by posting on Twitter, it should be kept in the fridge after opening the bottle. At James B8819 agrees, posting ketchup after opening goes into the fridge. Then there was a story about the FAA approving the testing of the first flying car. It could be available as early as 2025. Some viewers love the idea. At Lisa M. Squire 3571 posted, OMG, I love flying cars because it would be so easy to get around and not get stuck in traffic. I wish I could have one. But other viewers have concerns. At Dizzy2CU100 posted, flying cars make me nervous. What if the car has a problem and crash lands on the cars on the road? Scary thought. At Deborah Pruitt posted, I dislike the idea. It might hurt the environment because of the acid damage from batteries. And I wonder if they test it for bad weather like heat and storms. And people focusing on flying cars might be distracting and cause more crashes. Great comments, everyone. Thank you for sharing. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Gotta let you know, it is so hot here in Montreal. I am sweating. Have a nice day.